back at it again with another deck profile. This time we got one that I didn't make. This is Mark's deck. It's one of his favorite decks, Spellbooks, Prophecy. And this is a list he sent me. I modified it slightly. So we're gonna talk about it to the best of my abilities, because I don't know jack shit about this deck for real. I know the basic gist of what these cards do. But I don't know combos or anything like that, so let's just get right on into it. Start off, we got 2 Ashes, standard stuff, play some hand traps. Moving on, we got 3 High Priestess of Prophecies. Now, you people who started playing this year will not know what the fuck a spellbook is. So let me tell you, High Priestess of Prophecy, her effect is you can reveal 3 spellbooks in your hand to special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can banish 1 spellbook spell from your hand or graveyard, then target a card on the field, and destroy that target. Back in the day, this shit was really fucking powerful. It's still pretty fucking powerful. Granted, it's not nearly as powerful as it used to be, but it could still definitely catch someone off guard and win you a fucking game. Well, you know, we gotta max out on it. 3 copies of YuGiOh. Now, this card is a fucking meme. You can discard 1 random card from your hand to the graveyard and destroy all special summon monsters on the field, and then near their player can special summon monsters. He is very weak, but, you know, 1300 defense, big boy, and preventing special summons, that goes a really long way. If you cannot what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just gonna say conveniently, because that's the one, reliably, there we go. If you cannot reliably get rid of YuGiOh, you're gonna have a bad time. So we max out on him, because this is anti-meta. And the last monster we play is 3 Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. If it's normal summoned or flip face up, you add a spellbook spell from your deck to your hand. Pretty standard, good stuff. Good searcher, one of the best searchers in the game. He has an if effect. This is when that shit started going down, by the way. Onto the spells, we play 1 copy of Moon Mirror Shield to keep YuGiOh alive. Basically, if they attack into him, no, he's still there. He cannot die. Pretty strong stuff. Triple Pot of Extravagance. You don't need your extra deck, really. You do play 1 other draw card, but Extravagance is still a very, very, very good option if you get it going forward. You need as much consistency boosting as you can to keep up with bullshit nowadays. Uno copy of Reikeki, just board wipe, keep yourself, you know, away from those break by board situations. Triple copies of Spellbook Library of the Crescent. So if you have no spellbook spells in your graveyard, you reveal 3 spellbooks with different names from your deck. Your opponent randomly adds 1 to your hand and put the rest back in your deck. Only use 1 of this per turn. You cannot activate any spell cards until you activated, except spellbooks. So, very important to keep that in mind, Mark. I know you're not going to watch this video, but if you do, if you ever try to activate Extravagance and then Crescent on me, I will kick your fucking ass. Because you can't do it. 2 copies of Eternity. Give back your banished spellbooks. There's a few ways to banish those spellbooks out. So, a reliable way. You search this card out, you can get those cards back, no fucking problem. Target a banished spellbook, add it to your hand, except for Eternity. Once per turn, blah blah blah. Triple copies of the card that is bullshit and should not have come back to 3 Spellbook of Fate. If you control a spellcaster type monster, you can banish up to 3 spellbook spell cards from your graveyard and then apply this effect depending on the number of spell cards banished for this card's activation. You can only activate 1 Spellbook of Fate per turn. So if it's 1, you bounce a set spell or trap card on the field with the hand. 2, you change the monster on the field to either face down defense position or face up attack position. And 3, you banish 1 card your opponent controls. Non-targeting. This card was one of the big boys. It was one of the 2 hit cards in spellbooks. The other one is still fucking hit and will never come back. Fuck Judgment. We don't need that shit. Let's move on. Triple copies of Spellbook of Knowledge. This is a more recent one. Came out 2 years ago in Call of the Duelist. Send to the graveyard either 1 spellcaster monster you control or 1 other spellbook card from your hand or face up field, except Spellbook Knowledge, and if you do, draw 2 cards. You can only activate 1 Spellbook Knowledge per turn. That's a really weird way to word that. I'm reading that right now. 1 other spellbook card from your hand or face up field, except Spellbook of Knowledge. It has to be another one, so how would you send this Spellbook of Knowledge? I don't know. I guess to apply it in the hand, more or less. But either way, max out on that. More easier consistency in the draw power stuff. 1 spellbook of life to get back to your High Priestesses because she's important. 2 spellbook of power, so you target a spellcaster monster you control. This turn it gains 1000 attack, and if it does, each time it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can add 1 spellbook spell from your deck to your hand. You can only activate 1 of this per turn. As you can see, a lot of these are once per turn. Spellbook of Secrets, we max out on it, add 1 spellbook card, except Spellbook of Secrets from your deck to your hand, once per turn, yada yada yada. Here's why once per turn don't matter. Spellbook of the Master. If you control a spellcaster type monster, you can reveal 1 other spellbook card in your hand to target 1 spellbook normal spell in your graveyard, except Spellbook of the Master, and this card's effect becomes that target's effect. Yes, effect. Only. So, hey. Target this. You know, you send 1, draw 2. Target this, you just get a spell card back. Target this, you get a search. Target this, something gains 1000. Target this, you don't gotta have no spellbook spells in your grave, you just get the fucking effect. It's dumb as shit. Can't target this because it's a fucking quick play. Haha, they thought about that one. Anyways, 1 Spellbook of Wisdom. It's Forbidden Lance, more or less. You target a spellcaster and then make it either unaffected by spell effects or trap effects. Really good card still, but no need for more than 1. And 2 copies of the Consistency card. The Consistency card, the Grand Spellbook Tower. So once per turn during your standby phase, if you have a spellcaster type monster on your side of the field or in your graveyard, you can place 1 Spellbook spell card from your graveyard at the bottom of your deck, except Grand Spellbook Tower. You've got 1 card. Woo! When there's card in the possession is destroyed by your opponent's card, and send your graveyard to special summon 1 spellcaster type monster from your hand or deck whose level is less than or equal to the number of Spellbook spell cards in your graveyard. So if you have 3, special summon Jowgen. It's pretty much goes. That is pretty much how it goes. It is also worth mentioning that drawing happens before Extravagance, so you can still proc the Extravagance at the start of your main phase 1 because it's for the rest of this turn after this card resolves. Really good stuff. And moving on, the last 2 cards you play are 2 Traps, 2 Mirror Force. Why? I don't know, ask Mark. Maybe he'll reply in the comments for once. Moving on to the extra deck. Extra deck is mostly extravagance bait, but you know, you got some stuff you can go into. You got a Hierophant here, detach a material to destroy spell trap cards your opponent controls with the number of spellbook spell cards in your graveyard. So essentially, it could be a Harpy's Feather Duster. Really, really good card actually. 1 copy of Draco Sack, 3 tokens for stuff, you know, doing things. 1 Big Eye to take an opponent's monster. 1 Flare Metal Dragon to burn your opponent for doing dumb bullshit. 1 Sky's Cavalry, just a big card. This card, I remember this card had a following back in the day. I don't know if he ever hit it big, but he definitely had a following. Can't be destroyed by battle as an seized material. If it battled at the end of the damage step, you can detach the seized material and return the opponent's monster from the field to the hand. So, you know, bouncing shit, can't be destroyed by battle. Very good card. Last TCGPlayer is 1 copy of Phantom Knights of Cursed Javelin, detach a material. Target face-up monster your opponent controls until the end of this turn, change its attack to 0 and negate its effects, and then if you have a Phantom Knight card as a material, which you won't in this case, that becomes a quick effect. Very, very underrated card. Level 2 Turbo is fucking crazy. Moving on to the other shit, we got the Boral Twins, Loden Sword, pretty cool stuff. 1 Clara and Lushka, if you really have to. You can link this away into Clara and Lushka for some dumb bullshit if you really want. I don't know, if you get Mystic Boxed and someone gives you a card, you could link it away into Clara and Lushka. Like I said, it's mostly extravagance bait. Triple copies of Crowley. Alright, so here's the boy that kind of matters. So 2 Spellbook monsters. If he's Link summoned, he's basically Grand Spellbook Tower. You reveal 3 Spellbook cards from your deck with different names. Your opponent randomly picks 1 for you to add. You shuffle the rest back in the deck once per turn for that. And then each turn, 1 level 5 or higher spellcaster monster you normal summon can be summoned without attributing. So basically, you summon her for free. You know, it's pretty cool stuff, honestly. Really decent card. It took a really long time to come out here, though. And then last shit we play, we got 2 Nightmare Phoenix and 1 Unicorn. So, Spellbooks in the future. I don't remember what's on that OCG deck pool, but if Spellbooks are on there, I'd say there's a good chance that, you know, they got some shit coming their way. I know my Dolce's on there, and I know Blackwings are on there, so I'm torn. I got the Civil War going on. So I can't pick. Give me a Raccoon structure deck, and I'll be happy, because I will pick that over Blackwings or the Dolce, because Raccoons need love. Spellbooks need love too. The deck has been going on for a long fucking time. 7 years now? When the fuck did Return of the Duelist come out? Cause that's when this bitch came out. By the way, this is the OCG artwork, I'm pretty fucking sure. You better appreciate that. Anyways, guys, that was a market deck profile done by me. Wow, it's been a long time since we've done one of those. Check us out on TCGPlayer, Sora Online. Shops open Thursdays and Fridays for the most part. You know me. I'm that guy. Like, subscribe, Slifer, and forever. We will be seeing you, and peace.